Hey viewers, it's Will. I am back again to do another Diecast car review, and after a very, very long time, I am finally happy to say that I am doing a review on my Kyle Busch 1/24th scale 2017 Diecast cars. Now, this year, well, this year as in 2017, was very interesting in many, many different ways. He had a bit of problems, I guess you could say. Not really problems, but more of like just bad luck. Just really bad luck the first half of the season. And he could just seemingly never get into victory lane. I got very, very frustrated. The only race he won, really, in the first half of the season was the AllStar Race. It didn't really count. And I thought for sure that the season was just going to go very bad. I wasn't going to have any success. It was just going to be bleh. But he was able to rally the second half of the season, click off 5 wins, and end the season on a very high note, finishing second in the championship standings to Martin Truex Jr., who I felt was very deserving of the championship. So if Kyle were to finish second to anybody, it would be him, because he deserved it, because he was the best car all last season. And so, yeah, but this year, 2018, I feel very optimistic. We will see what happens, but I have a good feeling about it this year. But anyway, let's begin on reviewing 2017 now. So, first car I want to start with is Kyle's Snickers crisper scheme. I think he raced this at Atlanta, last year. I really like the blue, honestly. The blue looks very, very nice. I always liked the old Snickers scheme from 2011. I thought that scheme was very, very nice with the blue. I just like blue. Blue is just a great color. I don't know. Don't, like, judge me or anything, but I just think the blue looks really nice. And I think the scheme overall looks very nice. Very clean, very sharp, very crisp. Pun intended. Next up is the Skittles America Mix car. He raced this at Talladega. I think he led the most laps, had a very good car, finished third. I know he got beat by Stenhouse, which was, I guess, infuriating because, well, yeah, I don't have to explain myself there. But, you know, I really like the scheme. I think this is the best looking Skittles scheme out of all the ones he's raced. I'm very happy about Chicagoland this year. I'm getting a race version. Looks like this, and it's very, well, it'll be very nice to look at. And this scheme is just really beautiful with all this. You can see the stars from the American flag, the stripes, the Walmart. I mean, just everything's American about this car, especially the Walmart. And yeah, so it's really nice. And yeah, I give this one an A+, because this one is, woof, beautiful. Next up, things are getting rowdy with his Snickers car. Literally rowdy. Now, I think the crisper scheme looks a lot better than this one, personally. I do like the little names on the side, like Hangry and Rowdy and what is that? Ferocious, yeah. I do really like that part of it, that aspect of it, but other than that, I really don't like the brown and the red and the white. I don't know what that is right there. I don't know what that is. I guess it's like an addendum to the Snickers logo. God only knows what they were thinking with that. I personally think that they could do away with the brown Snickers schemes. They raced a similar scheme this year too, but it's all right. I don't have a problem with it, but it's just kind of it's nowhere near as good as this one. Next up is my, I guess you could say, second favorite Skittles scheme, because this one, I don't think this one's really hard to top, but this one's very close second. This is the Skittles Sweet Heat. Now, he races at Chicago, probably had one of the best cars, if not the best car, and somehow, I think, messed up a pit stop and finished like 15th. So that was kind of a bum, but the scheme is very beautiful. He raced it also this year, 2018, at Phoenix, finished second to Kevin Harvick. I was hoping to get a race version of it, but it's okay. Hopefully he'll race it again. Maybe next year, I would probably assume. But, yeah, I just really like the flames from the heat, the black with the rainbow. It's really clean. It's very nice looking. I would love to have a race version of this, because I think it would look really, really nice. Now, this one I'm not gonna talk about very much, because I have a different one, or basically the same one, but a race version. So I'm gonna talk about that one a bit more. But this is the Halloween scheme. It's very nice every year. It's very, very nice. I love this scheme. I love it when M&M's Mars does the Halloween schemes. I always think they're really cool and creative, and they should change them up every year. Really nice. I'll talk about the race version a bit more, but yeah, very nice. Now, this is his truck that he raced last year. He also raced it some this year. I think he won twice in this scheme last year as well as this year. I really like the Cessna Beechcraft design, the sponsorship, the red and white stripes on it. I really like that aspect of it. Yeah, I just like the scheme overall. I think it looks very nice. Yeah, I just really like it. I hope he'll race it again, maybe next year too, because, you know, it's very clean, and I would like to see when he breaks the all-time record in the truck series, hopefully they'll make a race win diecast, and hopefully it might be in the scheme, because I would love to have a race version like this. Very nice. As you can tell, I'm really into race versions. Like, race versions are probably my #1 thing I go after. I also get the standard schemes, obviously, but race versions are my #1 priority. So I can't get a standard scheme, then that's okay, but I just prefer the race versions. Now, here's a standard scheme. I would love to have a race version of this one, too. His Rowdy NOS. Now, this is I think I like this better than the regular NOS scheme. Just personally, I just really like it, and obviously it's named after him, so that doesn't hurt at all. But, kind of speaks for itself there. It's really nice with the orange and you see the little checkered flag background here. So, yeah, I think he won with the scheme at Watkins Glen and I think maybe Kentucky last year. Yeah, he didn't really have much success in the Xfinity Series this year. He probably should have raced this scheme more. Maybe he would have had some success. Okay, now time for my favorite part of the video, which is about the race versions. I put these all in chronological order, so I will go over them. As you can see, my first one up is his M&M's Caramel scheme. This is the AllStar Race version. Now, usually at the AllStar Race, when it was sponsored by Sprint, they would have at least some confetti or something so you could tell it's a race version. This one's very kind of hard to tell it's a race version. You can see some like dirt and debris. You can see a little bit of like a tire rubber, yeah, buildup. You can see a little bit more on the right side, actually, that it's a race version. So yeah, Kyle had 6 wins in total, if you count the All-Star Race in 2017. There's no winner sticker on it, so you can tell that it's the All-Star Race, but you can tell it's a race version. I was very happy that he finally won the All-Star Race. It's been a long time coming, and I was very happy to get the race win diecast. Now, up next is a very similar, I mean, it's the same scheme, but they look very similar in appearance-wise. This is his 2017 Pocono race win. Finally got a race win from Pocono. Very happy about that. Pocono is like that's the only track I've been to in person. So I was very happy to get a race win from Pocono finally of Kyle Busch. And, well, you can see the rubber on the side. I think when he was doing his burnout, it must have kicked some rubber up. You can tell all over the yellow M&M guy there. But it is kind of hard to tell which one's which. But the best way to do it is you can see the winner sticker there, which indicates that it was a points-paying race that he won. And Rudders on the back also. And Rudders is like a Pennsylvania-based company pretty much. I've only seen it in Pennsylvania. So that's kind of another way to tell. But that's kind of like, yeah. But I love just the glistening look of the caramel scheme. I really like the caramel scheme. And it's hard to top the crispy scheme, but a close second is the caramel. Love it. Now, up next is probably what I would say is one of my favorite additions to my collection so far. And that's Kyle's Bristol Sweep from 2017. I have the 2010 Sweep version also. I could do a video on that some other time. But I have that displayed in a case. I didn't feel like taking it out of a case. So, yeah. But, so up first is his Banfield truck that he won with. And as you can tell, it's Banfield Pet Hospital. You can see the rubber on the side. There's our little kitten. Yeah, I just love the Banfield schemes. I think they're really nice with the blue and stuff. Like I said, blue is like my favorite color, so I really love blue schemes. And there's the dog. You can see the rubber. Just overall, a really nice scheme. Number 46, really unique. I was very happy to get a diecast version of this. I was hoping I would get one, and I did, and I'm very pleased with it. And so I will definitely really like this one as I look back on it years from now. Up next is the Xfinity Win from the Sweep. Now, this is, I don't get me wrong, I really like the regular NOS scheme. I prefer the Rowdy NOS scheme a little bit more. I just think it's a little bit better, in my opinion. I don't know, I just like the black finish with the reddish orange color. But I do like the blue, obviously, and I do like this color scheme. I think it's better than when he raced it back in, like, '09 and stuff. I think this is better than the old NOS scheme, but, yeah. And you can see, like, the shredded tire from his burnout and all that. And, yeah, it's just a really nice overall scheme. You can see, like, the rubber and stuff on it, so... Yeah, I was really happy to get, especially the shredded tire. I think it makes it really unique and really cool. So, yeah, you can see all the winner stickers on it, so... Yeah, I'm really pleased to get this. And up next is the Cup win from his Bristol Sweep. And this is obviously the M&M's caramel scheme, but it is really marked up. You can see like marks on it from like the rubber and everything, and obviously the massive amounts of confetti that you can barely read caramel on it. The only reason you can read the caramel is because comparing it to the other schemes, you can tell it's caramel. So because it's so covered in confetti, it's like almost to the point of ridiculousness. But yeah, it's really, really nice, and the tire shredded and all that, and it's really nice, and it's really nice to have another sweep set in my collection. I really like them, and you know, years from now they'll be very valuable, and people will be like, oh, you have the Bristol Sweep Set. I'm so jealous. I'm like, yep. And there's the box that goes with it. So, yep. Okay, so we're getting down to the last two. Both of these are race versions. First up is the New Hampshire win from the playoffs. You can tell because of the green playoff markings. That is a playoff win. Obviously, it's like just like the other caramel schemes. You can tell this was a pretty eventful race in the round of 16. I remember Harvick wrecked, and then Truex was the leader at the time, and he got caught up in the wreck, and it was just like a bunch of smoke, and Kyle somehow made it through it, and then he ended up dominating the rest of the race. So yeah, it was pretty eventful race. I remember that. I mean, it's kind of boring at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I can't be biased, but the whole smoke screen show was kind of interesting, made it an eventful win. So that's how I remember it by, was the passing the smoke, I guess you can say. But yeah, there's some confetti on it. There's a little bit here, a little bit there. There's a giant clump right there that must have malfunctioned or something, because that's really strange. I've never seen that on a car before. But yeah, and then you can see like the little mark right back here. I didn't actually see that in the reference photo, so I don't exactly know where they got that from. But I'm not going to complain. Gives it a little bit more character. And finally, probably my favorite race win version. Honestly, if anyone's going to top the Bristol win, it's going to be this one right here. And that is the Martinsville Halloween version. Now, I don't even know where to begin. I just love this scheme so much in the first place. And the fact that I got a race win version out of it was really, really unique. I have never had a Halloween race version before. So, yeah, I'm just really amped about that. You see like all the marks and stuff, and the fender damage right there from when you made contact with Logano during the race. You can see the confetti's all over. It's a reasonable amount of confetti. I like confetti on the cars, honestly. I really do. Some people don't like it, but I do. I think it adds more character to them. But I don't like the oversaturation of confetti like the Bristol win. But I think this is just enough confetti to where it's like makes it really unique and really cool. And you can see like all the marks and stuff anyway. And like the tires are rubbed and everything, and you know, it's just really, really neat, and I'm very happy about this one. And you can see the green playoff markings, round of 8. This is the one that locked him into the championship 4. And so yeah, it's really, really, really neat diecast. I'm very glad I have this one. This one will definitely be one of the more unique ones in my collection going forward. And there you have it, folks. That is my review of all my Kyle Busch 2017 diecast cars. I don't know when the 2018s will be coming in. I hope I'll be able to make the video probably within the next, I don't know, maybe by next summer, hopefully. I could do videos in the meantime on on past race versions. I would love doing race version reviews. So if there's any special reviews, like you can do it per year, per car, I will do special videos if they're requested in a reasonable amount of like people that want them. I will definitely do those. And yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Enjoy my video. Leave a like if you want to. I will leave my social media in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.